Hello everybody, what's been happening, how's it going? It's Bonnie back. I did a video yesterday of my morning walk and I'm back today. I've got a bit of a busier morning, so I'm not going for a walk. I'm in black and white. Show you my top, it's totally cool, it's got pockets here. Woo. I like it. And welcome back to yet another video. I'm going to tell you my haunted experience in Perth, Western Australia, where I live. And boy, this experience was a bit creepy. I do not believe in ghosts, I do not believe in haunted stuff, but so many people at this camping site where I went in December last year, they have had weird incidents, unexplainable and just totally strange. And I want to know if anybody has any haunted stories. They can comment underneath and let me know. Or if you have been at this place, let me know, because it's a bit creepy. I've been twice, and boy, it changes moods and it changes personalities and it causes falls. Very random to very fit people and very sudden. I can't explain it. Okay, so on 12th of December 2017, I went with my social club, which is a social club for people with a mental illness. Yes, I have one, and I'm not that much ashamed to say it, but I'm recovering well. I went on a camp, and I stayed there 4 days. And as soon as I turned up, there is this big gate at the front, and you need a code that reception gives you to get in, so that not anybody can get into this spooky camping site. And then once you get in, there is this dormitories spread out, and there is these sports activities, and there is people walking past. But something about it is just so creepy and weird. It is called the Woodman Point Recreation Centre, and my dad dropped me off because he lives near the camping site. He said this place is pretty nice, you can walk around here all you want and practice your walking, because I had a walking problem back then, so I thought, okay, it will be nice. And I got there first and I picked the bed that I wanted. I picked the bed which has a charging point next to it. But guess what? I found out later. It sat next to our dormitory's hospital. This place was a hospital for soldiers back in World War II, and they stayed there. And they stayed there once they get the Spanish disease. And the dormitory that we were in, people were isolated there. If they had the Spanish disease, they were isolated where we were staying in World War II. Which is totally different to what it is now. It was just a chilled out camping site, and I kept myself busy in the kitchen because there was no TVs and playing board games and stuff, which I do need sometimes because I need to be away from my TV here and there. Too much TV is not healthy. But how did these people live there? They were trying to keep them isolated, and there was a lot of nurses working there, and a lot of soldiers, because it was a place where soldiers stayed in World War II. Totally creepy. And when you go for a walk, there is all these gates. You cannot escape unless you ask reception to get out. There is I think there might have been a part of the history. There's all these gates near the beach, and you can't just get off to go to the beach. You have to have the door unlocked by staff. And I was like, yeah, okay. But get this. One lady who is very fit, she walks everywhere. She's an older lady, yes, she walks everywhere. She's very fit, she never falls. She was standing on the grass and there was nothing to hazard on. Bang, she fell. And then I went outside and my friend told me, this place is haunted, Bonnie. You know, this lady just had an accident there, just standing there. And I was like, okay, if they say it's haunted, it's haunted. And on Wednesday night, we finally got to go to a historical tour where we found out all this information about the place and its history, why it has all these gates, and why we needed torches to come to the camp. Basically, there is a whole dark area where if you don't have light, you can't see where you're going. And I was holding on to my friend Ali, not because I had a balance problem, but because it was creepy and I could not see. And I was holding on to him. So then we were just walking together and they took us around all the dormitories and told us what they were used for. That's how I found out that my dormitory where I was staying was a place where they hospitalized soldiers and nurses who had the Spanish disease in 2000 in World War II, let's put it that way. That were not the 2000s. And one nurse there has died, and I think she's been haunting the place since. And we went to her grave. The dark tour at night, which I will go with my boyfriend again because he loves haunted stuff and he's not scared. In the dark tour at night, we have found out that the 28-year-old nurse who died of the Spanish disease was buried not far away from where my dormitory was. So I believe she's been causing the falls and the mood swings of people and anger. It is totally haunted. And there has been 200 soldiers buried there as well who have died somehow. And some of their names are not even there. And one girl from Queensland who was buried there, they don't even know her name. And she was buried there in the bush. These days you have to be buried only in a cemetery. But back then, no, you could be buried only in the bush and no one knew her name. So I'm not sure if her family was informed of her passing or not. But the place was very creepy. And at night it was extra creepier. And it was summer, but I needed a jacket because it was super cold. But yeah, it was so close to home, and I had no idea that anything supernatural and haunted could be so close by. The tour was so much fun because even though we were looking at graves, but I like walking in the dark. It was just cool. And we didn't go through all 200 graves, of course not. But just knowing that they were there, just knowing that I was so close to where we were staying, and that people who were not usually moody were having bad mood swings and arguing with each other, and it was just not good for them to be at the same dormitory, squashed up together. But I think it was a little bit of the history that what was making them anxious or whatever. But I do believe that if there was 300 bodies buried there, that the place was a little bit haunted. So why don't you tell me your haunted experience? You can comment underneath, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, or thumbs up the video, or thumbs down if you like. And I will be back with another story shortly this week. Ciao Bella, bye.